What's up, G.I. Joe fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Museum. I will be your curator for today. And guys, we'll be talking about and covering this awesome G.I. Joe offering, the Airborne at Normandy G.I. Joe. Airborne at Normandy G.I. Joe. With a real working parachute. The parachute really works. Guys, I picked this G.I. Joe up in 1999. And I paid about $34.99 for him. And that's because this is exactly where I bought him from. Family Toy. $34.99. All the way back in 1999. And I had to have this guy. Cool set. Really cool G.I. Joe. I love the parachute G.I. Joes, especially when the parachute actually works. You know, we covered a couple of reviews ago where some of the G.I. Joe figures parachutes, they weren't made to actually deploy and work. So this guy, his actually work. Let's get in close. Cool G.I. Joe. Just Hasbro went all out on this particular figure. They made him just phenomenal. Let's go in. There's this M1 carbine, the folding stock. During this time period in the war, this particular gun rifle was made exclusively for these parachuters, just for these soldiers, for the guys coming in by way of parachute. These M1 carbine rifles were exclusively made for them with the folding stock. Get in there on that, show you that. You see the clips back there. Cool figure. Just a cool background on this guy real quick. You know, this is the, like I said, Airborne at Normandy. These guys, their sole job was to basically pave the way for Operation Overlord. You know, the big Normandy invasion. It was their job to capture the inland roads and the causeways. And that was the extent of their job, but it was a big job. And you're talking about guys that came from small towns in the United States that had no experience in jumping, you know, out of an airplane with a parachute, and more or less with what they had to endure and go through, which made these guys, these soldiers, even cooler. And just goes to show you that, you know, the military really trained these guys, you know, to do their jobs. They had a specific job to do, and they were trained very thoroughly, you know, in a small amount of time to do this job. And that's what they did. And I did some research. One of these guys, just one of these soldiers right here, the equipment that they would have to carry while they're descending on their parachute, they were carrying anywhere from 100 to 150 pounds of equipment, and they needed everything. They needed all of it. But imagine, I mean, let's say a soldier only weighs about 170, 180 pounds. He's got an additional 100 pounds or 150 pounds worth of equipment, you know, on him, strapped to him. And wow, you know, these guys were well conditioned. And here's just the artwork is just beautiful. Just beautiful. I mean, the artist that did this drawing here is just, you know, it's just phenomenal. Just a great job, as you can see. This set was definitely made for kids. Once again, you know, with the parachute being able to be used. This was not a collector's set. You know, our set is for museum purposes now, but it wasn't produced to be in its box for the next 18 years. it just wasn't. It wasn't made for that. And basically, this is another attempt basically to get the kids more, the younger demographic, I should say, into these Joes, you know. And what kid didn't like a soldier that could parachute, you know, with a real working parachute? You go to the highest point or wherever you're at, on top of your garage, or you know, you're out of you're on your top porch, balcony, or wherever, and you throw this guy off and let his parachute open. Hopefully it open. You're gonna have a bad situation there. You're gonna lose a Joe. Well, let's turn this guy around. He's from the Echo assortment line. Oh, let's go up top real quick. We'll take you up top. Here's all of his equipment list. All of his equipment. Once again, not a ton of equipment. Not a ton. He didn't need a lot. When you know, the parachute was the star of the show. Let's turn him around here. Because I've had this guy in my collection in the museum since 1999. Here's the backstory on the Airborne at Normandy G.I. Joe. And this is the U.S. Army, the branch, and here's a blown up picture of the painting on the front. Just super cool. It's 1999. Oh, we'll pan out. Here, full shots. You can really appreciate this set in its entirety. Just super cool. Just a great set. When I saw him, I had to get him, and he holds his price point wise. Like I said, I paid $34 for this guy. He holds his price very well, but he's not rare. You can still get this guy with the power of the internet. Getting him is not the problem. It's what condition you're going to get him in, what condition you want to get him in, and for what price point. You know, so his collectability is up there. You know, I've seen this particular figure go from anywhere from $70 to $100. It depends, you know, where you're getting it from. eBay, you may pay a little more because of the bidding process. And, you know, this product is not being made anymore. So that reduces, you know, the number of this guy largely. Some collectors, such as myself, they're simply not putting this guy back out on the market. And yet you still can find him. I was on Cotswold Collectibles maybe a couple months ago, and I saw him. And I don't think he's there now. But you can definitely, those are places you can check. Cotswold Collectibles is the best place really to check, because their G.I. Joe database is huge. They have so many G.I. Joes in stock. It's amazing. They're the best place to, you know, if you're looking for a particular G.I. Joe, you got to, you know, you have to have him. You have to have him in this particular condition or certain condition. By all means, Cotswold Collectibles is your best chance. You can go to Amazon.com, but me, like I said, I have a long, great relationship with Cotswold Collectibles and their staff. I would highly recommend them. That should be your first choice if you're looking for him, and you want him in this condition. Everything is intact. You can see he's still in his box. Like I said, I bought this guy when he first came out back in 1999. Get over here and see if you can see the boots. So I didn't have to get him on a secondary market, but you know, this is the day and age we live in. This is how you have to go get these guys now on a secondary market, because G.I. Joe is just, they don't make these wonderful action figures anymore. They're just not producing them anymore, and which is driving the collectability of a lot of these older Joes, you know, through the roof, and to just a ridiculous price point. Like I said, we've spoken about that in several other reviews, just how ridiculous these prices are on these Joes at times. When people know you're looking for them, you have to have it. You know, collectors are willing to kind of pay a little bit more, even when they shouldn't be paying a little bit more. So just, you know, food for thought, definitely. But this is just, if you got to have this guy, I don't blame you, because he's really cool. I have a lot of G.I. Joe parachute soldiers with working parachutes. I have a lot that don't. Their parachutes don't work because they're just for decoration purposes. But at any rate, these are great figures. This is just an excellent figure, guys. We're gonna keep bringing this level of quality to you. You asked for it. We're gonna keep bringing it. We got away from our G.I. Joe reviews for a while because we were getting so many requests for the Migos, and so we went to the Migos, and then we got to start getting more requests for the Joe, so we switched back over. So now we're gonna try to keep it right in between. We want to keep everybody happy, but there's such a huge G.I. Joe fan base out there that wants to really see these Joes, you know, from way back when, you know. And these, like I said, this is just just a great figure, an awesome, excellent conversation piece. Like I said, I mean, to look like this in this condition, and you know, this was produced in 1999, so this is the turn of a century figure, action figure. So it's really cool, just a great conversation piece. So once again, go in again and give you a shot of all of his equipment. I love these side pockets on his pants. They're really cool. Really cool. Just an awesome figure. I want to get him for you. They got him in a great action shot pose here. And you can see he's in there. He'll be like that forever. But chin guard on there. Guys, thank you for the love and support. Thanks for stopping by the channel. We appreciate it. Thanks to our subscribers, our new subscribers, our old subscribers. We appreciate it, definitely. And guys, by all means, God bless. And you know the drill. Keep collecting.